probably easier. It's easier for them to be out here because they can just let the city cops do the city shit.
Yeah. There's no one there, so we could go out on this corner up on this street.
Yeah, let's just go right up there with them.
Okay. Just stay out of there. Maybe go up on this corner and hit this intersection going this way or something. I don't know.
Man, I am talking so much shit on Twitter.
Dude, a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
That's what Twitter's for.
All those people, man. If you'd have looked at like his comment thread, you would have thought you'd have at least 100 people.
I was getting messages. This guy's like, I'm with the Hibiscus Society.
I'm live
in
now
Texas.
on Twitter.
Yeah, well, where are you guys?
Yeah. I just tweeted a little bit, like, we didn't have much of a turnout.
There was something, dude, like, roll for like 2 weeks, man. It was so many people just like, can't wait to show up. Like, yeah, we got to get justice. We got to keep the pressure on Jefferson County.
I had a feeling. A lot of people on Twitter are just talking.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
It's unfortunate, man.
I am not.
Feeling,
that's why I'm.
But
here.
I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, I'm going.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if it was just one of us,
I don't care if I'm the only person. I'm a man of my word. I don't care if I'm the only person out there.
Yeah.
It's me and Steve out there. The only people.
Fair. That's fair. We're here regardless.
Steve. Me and Steve, we're real life friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We drove up together.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to do it though. Hey, no worries. Stay cool.
Enjoy your 30 seconds of show you today.
I hope so.
There you get some overtime.
Take care, guys.
We ain't leaving just yet.
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm live, do you guys want to talk about what you're doing out here?
Sure. Oh, I'm first. Steve, hold this up. What are you gonna do? Just ask some questions?
Yeah, talk to me about what's going on here.
Oh, let me light up.
All right.
Where do I start? I've never done this before. You're a professional.
Well, I mean, so you're out here for Johnny Hurley. I mean, what happened from your perspective, and what is it that you're demanding?
Johnny Hurley was it was an unfortunate situation. He did what anybody in his position would have done. He's that guy that gets glorified by everybody. Good guy with a gun comes in and saves the day. Just to have his life taken away by a police force they're not answering the questions. What happened? They're acknowledging he was a hero, because he was. He saved God knows how many lives. They're not saying what they're going to do for him, though. What are you going to do for this hero, this good Samaritan, to make sure he gets the justice that he deserves? What are you going to do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? That's what we want. We're not out here trying to speak for Johnny, on Johnny's behalf. We're out here to speak to the police, to let them know they answer to us, and we want answers. They seem to have forgotten that.
Do you want to describe from your perspective what actually happened? Like, to people who are watching this live stream, it says Johnny Hurley in the title, and they don't know what that's about. What happened?
Johnny Hurley was a good Samaritan. He was down in Old Town Arvada here. Heard gunshots going off. There was a guy out with he had a couple of rifles based off the video. Started shooting. He actually killed an Arvada police officer. Johnny sprung into action. He had his concealed permit. Went running out, neutralized the shooter. Police show up and shoot Johnny to death. And now they're not really telling us why they did it. Who did it? How it happened. They're not telling us.
Did he have a rifle in his hand?
Did Johnny have a rifle in his hand at the time? Maybe. Did he disarm the shooter after he shot him? Everybody's trained. Hey, even after you shoot the person, you get that weapon away from them. You know, you don't know if that person is actually dead. They're down, or if they're done, they're out of the fight. You do get the weapon away. Even if he did, is it Arvada police protocol to just show up guns blazing? Because that seems like that's what happened here. Did they identify their target? Did they attempt to identify the target before pulling triggers and killing Johnny? We want answers. From what I understand, the district attorney is taking the investigation away from the police, and they're going to investigate it now. That doesn't seem good enough to me. That's just one part of the team investigating the other part of the team. This needs to be a grand jury investigation. It needs to be the citizens of Arvada investigating the police on this.
I mean, is it your hope that a cop would be charged over this shooting?
If there would have to be circumstances in the situation. I don't know the facts. I don't. They're not releasing the facts of what happened. I'm not going to say I hope he gets charged. I hope he gets charged if it was blatant negligence on his part. Yeah, just like anybody would be charged. If we were blatantly negligent like that and accidentally killed somebody, we'd be going away for a few years. The facts need to be put out there. And if the facts show up that this cop did show up, Yosemite Sam, guns blazing, then yeah, he should be charged in a situation like that.
And how do you feel about how the police have been out here? I mean, not much has happened yet, but at this point. But
today,
yeah,
we haven't seen it, but it's streets are blocked off. Some of that can be chalked up to construction. Some of it, like behind us, that's not because of construction. The entire city hall, the municipal building, is completely caution taped off. We had that verified. That was not up there yesterday. That's not part of the construction. It kind of shows us like, hey, screw you. We're not answering your questions. Stay off my lawn. That's kind of the point that that's making.
right.
And that's not very...
These are public buildings and public parking lots. So why block this stuff off? Because you're afraid of some protesters? I mean, what is that about? This is the United States. We have freedom of speech, or at least we're supposed to. And we're not doing anything violent. We're not calling for violence. We're not causing any problems.
We've offered the police officers out here water.
Why would, I mean, this is the sort of thing, as a parent with a kid, you judge the behavior of your children, and when they do something suspect, it raises alarms. It's like, what's going on? Well, it's no different with the children that are the Arvada cops here. If they need to block off public parking lots because they're afraid of a protest, I mean, what is that? It's chicken shit, if you ask me. So these guys need to improve their behavior in all regards, not only how they act with an active shooting situation, but how they act in their communications and their transparency with the public. They work for us, and they're not acting like it. So they need a big behavior change, as far as I'm concerned.
What would be your sort of message to them? I know there hasn't been sort of much dialogue actually today between you and them, but what would you want them to know, assuming they're watching, and they probably are?
I would want them to stop being confrontational with the public. It's like that's what they seem to choose to do first in all situations. Let's be confrontational. Let's see if I can give you a ticket. Let's see if I can steal your money in some way for some victimless crime. And then they go off and shoot somebody with not even acting professionally to start with. And then they double down on their unprofessionalism by not talking about their bad behavior. When I screw up and get called on it, I got to own my bad behavior. And I'm teaching my daughter to do the same thing. She's got to own her bad behavior. So why can't public police own their bad behavior? Are they exempt? They get to behave however the hell they want with no consequences?
What would that accountability look like to you?
Well, I'd like to see, I think Felix said it, let's have all the information released. Let's know what actually happened